Yes, I can think of, I think of so many. One of the things that I really enjoy about working at Cadwalader is there's just sort of a lot of support for people doing pro bono work. My favorite recent I won't use names because I want to make sure that I'm protecting everyone's privacy, but I worked with an associate on an asylum application for a gay man coming from Haiti who had suffered an absolutely horrific attack. And we were preparing an asylum application for him, and something happened, things got crossed in the mail, and we got a notice maybe, I don't know, 4 days before that his asylum hearing was coming up, and we hadn't completed his paperwork. And the associate I was working with went to the partners on another matter that she was busy on and just said, I need to focus on this matter for the next few days. And there was no questions asked. She spent then the next 4 days with help from other associates, putting together an incredibly thorough asylum package and getting our client ready for his hearing. And the support for doing that came from, she was working on an incredibly important paying client matter, but when she presented this as an issue, the partner who was involved in that didn't even ask questions, just said, go do what you have to do. And I was really, really impressed with that. I thought that was wonderful. That's my recent favorite, but I have many other stories if you want to hear them. I do a lot of pro bono work here, and I really appreciate the firm's support for it.
So when I was a 6-year associate, I had a pro bono client who, is not the typical pro bono client, or at least what I not envisioned as a typical pro bono client. He was on parole for a crime that he had committed and pled guilty to when he was 17 years old. So he was now 42. He'd been on parole or a parolee for 25 years. And he was the subject of what any objective view, or what any person would view objectively as unfair conditions. They restricted how he was able to conduct his job. He had recently been married, and he wanted to move to Virginia, just a few short miles away, to sort of start a new chapter in his life. And, he was not able to do so. So when we took him on as a client, we spent a very long time trying to go through the process of understanding why these restrictions were on him and what we could do to remove them. So without going through all the crazy details, right, we were able to successfully get him permission to move to Virginia. And within a year of that happening, he was off parole. And ever since then, this is now 5 years ago, he will send emails checking in, providing updates, that he now owns his own business, that he has now been married for 5 years, that, he really appreciates everything that we were able to do. It wouldn't have happened if we, didn't fight for him and get him, the ability to sort of just start a new chapter in his life, right? Like what anyone would want. So that one always sticks with me.